What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Many women don't know what to do with a successful black man. Now, usually when I'm talking and doing stuff, I'm talking about men globally. I mean, I got supporters globally of all races. But, just had to say something specific about a specific group of black men. Not even all black men, not like the working class well, unless they made their fortune working class. But, usually like professional men and everything. And, of course, some working class men who really made a fortune. I've dealt with some. I've known some, rented houses from some. Yeah, but whatever the case, though, many women, not all women, of course, many women don't know what to do with such a man. And let me hit something real quick, because when I'm talking about a successful black man, I'm talking about the guys who had to work up. Now, yes, entertainers and athletes, they had to do some work, but that's a different vibe. And as y'all see, as I talk, y'all going to see, okay, not necessarily them, because it's easy to support an athlete. See, one of the problems is successful black men, that goes against a lot of stereotypes. If you look at mostly what's in, not just the media, but the medical industry, everything, shoot, black men ain't doing shit. And you talk to a lot of women, they'll say, well, y'all ain't doing shit, we doing something. And this goes beyond, and like I said, this goes beyond race, because even in interracial couplings, there's a lot of women of other races. They ain't looking for a black man as he is right there. They looking for a stereotype. You got some of them looking for Pookie and Ray Ray. That's that stereotype. Unfortunate stereotype, overhyped stereotype, but still a stereotype. Shoot, there's been some like successful brothers and stuff. Shit, their own blackness was questioned. Or if they're in a mixed company, like around some whites or people of other race, they'd be like, "Where you from?" Like, "I'm from here, motherfucker." Shit. It goes against their moral order programming. I'm gonna get a little deep, a little subconscious. It goes against the archetype. Because I noticed, like, when I watch TV, when they show a successful brother, in a lot of cases, he institutes some criminal shit. Have y'all noticed that? Even on some shows that supposedly show, like, a man being successful, there's always a criminal element there. It's very rare. We gotta go back to Cliff Huxtable and shit. The 80s, to see some dude who's just being successful, just doing what he do. Seriously, it's rare. I ain't saying it don't happen, but if you talk about like popular shit, like I'll give a shout out to that whole Ghost universe. When I first started watching that, I was watching it not for the criminal activity and shit, but that he was talking about getting out of it. That's what made me interested. If it was just straight criminal activity, I wouldn't have been interested, because I can't relate to that shit. Because you got a lot of brothers out there, shit. I mean, they had to work hard for their success. They ain't get it like that. They had to work hard. They had to have a certain personality. They had to, and let's just be real, we in a racist society. Any person try to say it's not, no, you get blocked, because that's some stupid shit. You get a black man in this society getting microaggressions every day, and a successful black man is getting microaggressions every day. Or he's dealing with stereotypes. Like I said, not even just from black women. Notice I said women. Like I said, you got a lot of women, white women, Asian women, everything. They don't want the real brother right there. They want the stereotype. They want what they see in the rap videos and shit. Or that jock or some shit like that. Shit. Or what their expectation is, not dealing with who the man actually is. And, regardless of the race, many women don't know how. Many women, not all women. Fortunately, not all women. But then you get a lot of men, they made it to the top, but they might not have been in those circles where you got some sincere women. Now, I recommend they try to, but, if they ain't start off up in middle class, like, especially if they started off like working class or something like that, man, they got a lot. They got a lot they got to go through. And many women don't know what to do with them, because they used to dealing with, because think about a successful man. To be successful in this society, in this regardless of race, you got to have a drive within you. You got to stay focused on your mission. You had to do some hard work. Well, why don't you slow down, motherfucker? You got to do some hard work. You got to do a lot, you know? And like a lot of times, that's almost an invisible man. You got some dudes working to be a doctor. Doctors don't really hit a level of success till their 30s. Or an attorney. A lot of them don't hit a level of success till their 30s. Or, you know, even like some entrepreneurs and stuff. That's a lot of hard work. You know. But see, one of the issues is, especially as a black man, there's a lot of women don't want to stand with him. Regardless of race, like I said, unless that dude, even when they dealing with, some people will say, well, yeah, just get your passport and everything. Man, please. A lot of them looking for the stereotype. Want to know how much you can dunk that basketball or something, you know? And then if you ain't, they be like, well, you kind of white, ain't you? Oh, man, you be getting that from women of other races. Shit. Be questioning your blackness and shit. Till you curse the motherfucking asses out. But some brothers, I've talked to some brothers, they do it. They be like, where you from or something? Get some white person asking. So you catching it from all sides. And then women, they like, well, he's successful. What's wrong with him? Trying to break him down and shit. And I actually thought about that shit watching that balloon thing. You be having some successful men on there, and these women trying to break him down and shit. Every single one deserve a demon lover. Yeah, I said it. They gotta learn how to appreciate that shit. Yeah, I said it. I ain't deleting that shit either. Learn every single one. But one of the biggest problems is they not dealing with it. They don't know how. You know, we can deal with that guy like, oh, I wish I had a dime every time I heard a story about some dude growing up in a family. He working hard, brother, black man, growing up in a family, working hard, doing the school thing. But then, you know, his family's celebrating Pookie coming home from prison. But not celebrating him getting a degree or something. Now, they ain't all the time. Let me be clear. There's some brothers, they get well accepted and stuff. But even then, a lot of women don't know what to do. When I say know what to do with them, you know, you got a whole lot of women, period, who they know how to deal with knuckleheads. You know, they know how to deal with some men who ain't doing shit with their lives. Some men who just want to play their Xbox. They actually know what to do with them. But you present them with a man who got to drive. I mean, first of all, he don't need that little bit of money. And honestly, he might not even be talking 50-50. He might have so much money, he don't have a problem paying and doing all that for a woman. If she understands him, but she don't know what to do with him. It's an interesting dynamic. They don't know what to do with him because you get a lot of women, regardless of race, they think they trying to control that dude. And I do mean regardless of race. Yeah, we hear about the black women, but like I said, you deal with enough women in other races, and other brothers can attest to this. A lot of times they looking for that stereotype. You ain't that stereotype, they think something wrong with you. Might not even deal with you and shit. Because there's a lot, I'm just going to be real, and that's a whole other conversation. There's a lot of fetishes in interracial crossings. A lot of fetishes. So, you know, you got some successful man, he ain't a fetish. You know? He doing shit different because he moving in different circles. He moving in circles of real power and stuff. He can't be on some trifling ass shit. A lot of women simply don't know what to do with that. Now, like I said, there are women who do. But it's hard for them to find sometimes. Especially if that dude didn't grow up around it. He might not automatically know where to find those type of women. And it'd be hard for him to deal with even women of his own class and, lower class where he might have came from. That can be real hard, especially for those strivers. Like if a dude grew up he was born in an upper middle class environment, they got mechanisms in place for him to find a woman on that level. He don't have a problem. But if you got some dude grow up, you know, say he started off in the hood or something, but he wanted to get out of it, he automatically seen as an outlier. Then he trying to find a woman who he trying to, remember that class thing, that comes in there. And yeah, a woman might want his money. I need to get into that too. A woman might want his money, but, you know, she can't really relate to him otherwise. And let me get into that because you got so many women, regardless of race, talking about they want that man who making 6 figures and stuff. They making that, and he exists. The men exist, definitely. 6 figures, even 7 figures and shit. Okay, I would challenge him. What you gonna do with him? You know, I remember, and this was a couple decades ago, when I was at a vending event, and I had a survey. Because remember, they keep say y'all just see Rom, but y'all forget Rom got an academic background. So I was giving a survey to women. And I said, all right, you found a man, he got this, he got all this positive stuff. What would you do with him? I actually asked them. Now, the older women, they were just like, yeah, treat him with respect and all of that. They just looked at it. I noticed something with the younger women, and it kind of like, I always forget. I'll never forget it. You know, it's like one of those things that get etched in your memory. They didn't answer. They were sitting there looking at that shit, thinking about it. Seriously, not a single one answered that survey. And not a single one. The younger ones, the older ones were like, oh yeah, treat them with respect, but they were old school. But the younger ones, you know, independent women, this back in the 90s, so they probably worse now. So they couldn't even answer the question. So, because you got men out here, you got brothers out here. Like, and I'm specifically talking about black men. Let me go over why again. If a white man's successful, nobody's blinking an eye. If an Asian man's successful, maybe a little bit if they're Hispanic. I'm not as familiar with that community. I can't speak on that. I really can't speak on that. But if a brother's successful, you know, oh, you look like you date white women. That dude could have black nationalist sentiments and stuff. First they like, oh, you look like you date white woman, or, you know, something wrong with you. They trying to break them down and shit. They trying to break them down, find out what's wrong with them and shit, instead of just saying, hold up. You know, if he got confidence, it ain't confidence, he's arrogant. You notice they don't use the term arrogant with black men. Have you ever noticed that? Successful black men know what they doing. Like he out of place or something because he ain't acting all weak or something wrong with him. Seriously, I want y'all peep that shit. I ain't never seen that term used with white men. I ain't never seen that, or Asian men, or even Hispanic men. Only seen that term arrogant. So your brother carry himself, you know what he doing. Because think about something with a successful man. First of all, he got, in this society especially, but really globally, he gotta have a certain mindset. He gotta be tough. Because he ain't gonna just run to success. The road to success is not a straight line. You gotta go through some shit. And most of the guys, like I said, I ain't talking about athletes and you know, entertainers and stuff. And yeah, they doing some hard work, but a lot of guys are successful in, especially black men, because they, you know, it's halfway expected black men be successful in sports. So if a dude say, yeah, I play ball or something, they be like, okay, you know, I'm an entertainer, okay. Well, I'm an attorney, high-level attorney. I own the firm, or I'm a partner in the firm, or I'm a successful doctor or something. It's always a question. It's almost like the women are saying, you know, they trying to break him down, but really, let's be real, they only trying to break him down because they know they can't fuck with him. Because a lot of them have developed, you know, they developed the means to mess with a dude who trying to, like, do something, or, you know, he's struggling, he going through some shit. A lot of them developed, like, you know, the mindset to deal with them. But you get some guy who know who he is. He might not even need therapy or something. He know who he is. He got a plan. He on his mission. You know? He got money like crazy. He might do his thing. Now, like I said, this ain't all of them, of course, because there's some become players. They take advantage of that. But you got a lot, you know, they just want that steady woman, but they have trouble. Now, if they just want pussy, that's easy as hell. But they want a woman who is understanding that success. Because, one, you got a lot of women, they all into their own shit. In fact, you got some women, and let's just be real with it. They expect, if you ask them what they want a 6-figure guy, and that keep going up. It used to be just a real 6 figures. That could be 100,000. You know, hell, that's low for even me. But they might get when some guy making $500,000 doing all this stuff, and then thinking the guy got nothing to do but cater to their damn needs. I've told women on my women's channel, nah. First of all, that's some bullshit right there. And I'm gonna tell you why that's some bullshit. If a man making that much money, he gotta work for that shit. He gotta work for that shit. He can't just get that shit. He gotta work for it. He might have put in 60 hours or something. Regardless of what he is, attorney, doctor, CPA, got 2 degrees, shit. Hell, he got his own student loans to pay. He got a lot. He got to work hard. Success is hard work, regardless of the race. So, if you're especially a successful black man, shit, you had to work hard to get there. And then you got some women along the path like, well, he couldn't pay. Well, maybe he couldn't pay right then, but if you were sticking with him, maybe he could pay later on. Maybe you can buy some shit later on, because you got a lot of women, they just want to know, what can you do for them? I'm like, well, shit. And unfortunately, you do get some successful brothers up there. They say, fuck it, I'm just going to use them. I'm just going to use them. They going to turn the tables. Because first of all, to get a level of success, most ain't going to be stupid. It's kind of funny, all these women up here, regardless of race, thinking they going to get that successful man. And please, they ain't stupid. And that's why a lot of them get played and burned. And haven't you noticed, a lot of them can't really say they even got a man? Have y'all noticed that shit? A lot of them can't say it. But they don't know what to do with that man. Because if that man got to a certain level and he on his mission and shit, he might help the woman with his, but he ain't going to subvert his shit to help her. He ain't going to do that shit. And a lot of women know that shit. Because I was thinking about that with that balloon pop thing. You get a lot of guys, they doing some stuff. The women they coming up with some bullshit. They know they can't hang. I tell them. Shit, most of them ain't that class. Got dudes coming on there talking about they owning some stuff. Shit. And the women and they popping their shoes. They popping it because of just some shoes. It was like, well, shit, he can buy another pair of shoes. Hell. He can change his clothes. That's some bullshit right there. But you get some women, they talking they want that successful man. Shoot, that's why, one of my more popular videos, especially about black men, was like several, reason why black men are low-key, successful black men are low-key. That was like one of my earliest ones that got a lot of attention. I'm going to link that in the description box. Because they got to go through a lot. And yeah, I'm focusing on the black men because they ain't the same. Sometimes men think it's the same shit. No, it ain't. White men expected to be successful. Brother, a black man always got to prove himself, especially successful. He always got to prove himself. Yeah. I went through that shit with some woman and stuff. She ain't believe what I was doing and shit. Then tried to dictate to me. Remember I was coming out of, it was a Chili's. She might even watch this. I don't give a fuck. I was coming out of Chili's a few years ago just for lunch and stuff, wearing just a regular shirt, some jeans. She must have thought it was cute because she was walking beside me. So I said, fuck it. Let me holler at her. And she probably thought I'd be some concubine or some shit. Because you get some women like that. And she had some hood. I could tell her background. She was kind of like a climber. Had some hood in there and shit. But surprised when I had more going on for me. And then trying to talk some shit. It's like, whatever. Whatever. What the fuck ever. I seen that shit. But she wouldn't know what to do with the guy. A lot of these women don't. They don't know what to do with the brother trying to really do some shit. Because it's not in their program. And like I said, you watch TV. Usually, you'd be hard pressed to see, and not even in news, but like a movie or a TV show where there's a brother successful, or it's like a comedy or some shit like that. And what he might have to deal with. It's a different world. It's a different mindset. Like I said, men and women don't know what to do with it. And it can be hard for a dude to find, like, depending on where he at. Now, if he in the D.C. area, he all right. He all right. You got a lot of successful black people in this area in general. And then even crossing over, there's a whole lot of women. Like I said, there's a whole lot of women of another race. They looking for that stereotype. They ain't dealing with that man. And yeah, there's some women who will still deal with him. But see, that man got to, when he dealing with a woman, when any black man dealing with a woman of another race, he got to ask himself a simple question. Is it because he was black, or is she dealing with him? Like in D.C., and I don't know if this subculture still exists. It was like Dutch women, Dutch like nannies and stuff getting with brothers, and it was only because they were brothers. It was a whole subculture for it. I don't know if it probably do. If somebody know it do, let me know. But it was definitely down there. You had like, I mean, it was to the point they actually mentioned it in a local newspaper about you know, these nannies from like the Netherlands and you know, Norway, you know, Scandinavian countries. They come over to the States, come to the D.C. area. The first thing they're looking for is a brother. It's all about the skin. It was all about the skin. It wasn't about, because they couldn't really deal with that man if he was taking it a step further. Trust me. So even a brother got to look at that. Many women wouldn't know how to deal with that man. Okay, I'm black, but I got this other thing too. Thought I saw a woman I dated. Car looked like hers. But yeah, it's tough. Like I said, men and women don't know what to deal with that, how to deal with that guy. You know? You don't see the image. People ain't familiar with the archetype. You don't see it in the media. Because even if they deal with him, like I said, if he don't fit into like that, a certain archetype, they be like thinking something wrong with him. And you get a lot. And you be like, damn, what the fuck? You know? It's something major. Like I said, this ain't nothing against any of my white supporters, Hispanic supporters, but shit. You know, I'm the father of 2 young black men, so I gotta be concerned. I'm still a black man no matter what. I can be cool with you and shit, but you know, there's some shit we gotta look at a little bit different. You know? So anyway, no, I was just moved to say that. Maybe somebody needed to hear that or something. You know? Somebody needed to hear that. Because even myself, I'm gonna tell you something with me. I'm free. I can walk the way I want, do whatever I want. But like I said, I'm good. But then if I let a woman know, and there's been plenty of pussy I got, but I ain't let the woman know about my intellectual side or successful side. And that's fucked up, really. Because I knew once you hit that other stuff, you go to that another level. There's only a small percentage of women who can deal with that. And I got them in my circles and shit, but still, it's fucked up. But anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'll give y'all a car video next week. My car videos seem to be more popular and shit. So I'll give y'all some. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all, man. Y'all have a great day. Peace and blessings.